everyone. Good evening. My name is Krishna Varela, and welcome to one more friendly Krishna International magazine show. Tonight, the show is about the power of laughter and humor, and we have here the king of Boston comedy, Steve Sweeney. Steve Sweeney.
Nice to meet you again.
Again.
You look so, you're talking about comedy. I'm looking at your picture, so you got that model look. You look so serious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I met this gentleman
Yes.
at Quincy College. He was the commencement speaker.
That's right.
Of my graduation in Quincy College.
Yes.
And now we're here.
What an honor it was to speak at a college commencement. And the reason they asked me to speak was just because of my background, and I teach and I do all this, blah, blah, blah. And I've been in this business, show business, for a lot of years, and done a lot of movies and stuff. But the reason I wanted to talk about it was to talk to people from, you know, that had struggles growing up, which I did, and, you know, try to give them a few pearls of wisdom, which...
Great, which is amazing.
Which did not work. But I'm happy for you because you had some energy, you know, that's one of the keys.
Yeah,
and
there's one door that closed there that right now is with a...
You know what I used to say? I was doing 5 years of morning radio on ZLX, right? And they always say that, you know, one door closes, the other one opens. So part of this business is getting fired. You haven't been in radio till you've been fired. So I said, okay, so one door closed, ZLX, the other one opened. I didn't know the other one was opening to the Pine Street Inn. But anyway, so good for you.
Great.
Glad you have a show.
Yeah,
This is, I've done 20-something movies, Letterman, all that. But this is the show I've always dreamed of doing. What's the name of the show?
Krishna International magazine.
Krishna Internet. It's the magazine.
It's the magazine.
Just the show.
Just the show.
On
the
BNN.
Magazine. Yes. Thank you.
You know, I used to go to high school right here in Eggleston Square.
Wow.
It was my freshman year. It was Boston English. There was the freshman annex.
Okay.
Here at Eggleston Square, and it's nice to be back here.
So you
Are you going to validate my parking, by the way?
Yes, definitely.
All
You
right,
also
okay.
have that.
That's the main thing. I can't
So-
believe how exotic you look.
Oh, thank you so much.
I don't feel like I'm in Boston. The way you look, the way you talk.
It's because I'm not from here. It's
I
because I
know.
came background from Africa.
You're from Cape Verde, right?
Cape Verde Islands, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I've been down the Cape.
Yeah, not Verde.
Okay. I left Boston
Yes,
Friday
thank
afternoon
you.
at 4. I made the Cape. Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Went to the Christmas tree shop, turned back. You see, you don't get any of these jokes. You've only been here 5 years, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've only been here. But most of that, yeah,
Yes.
because we have, when you translate the jokes,
Right.
it's one of the hardest things, is translate the jokes.
But you know, one of the greatest things about Quincy College, and I teach at Suffolk sometimes, so many of the students are from other countries, and it's a great experience, you know, to have all of you people just together and different cultures. And I found that commencement really moving because so many of the families were there, and so for a lot of the kids, it's the first kid in the family that's graduating.
With a great humor.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
whatever.
You are really an artist. You are an actor. You are a comedian.
I started as an actor, okay? And I fell into comedy. I was doing a one-man show.
Okay.
And then I was doing all these characters, like kind of like Lily Tomlin, Richard Pryor, that kind of thing. And then I just sort of, I didn't want to work as a waiter. Most actors, that's what they do. So I just kind of, stand-up wasn't even existing around here. I just kind of get up as myself. And I'll tell you what stand-up comedy has done for me. I started in the theater, and I'd be in all these plays and stuff, and I always played the angry guy, you know, the pissed off. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I was about to ask that, but you play more on the comedy movies.
Yes. Who's that?
You do more comedy movies.
Oh, yeah. No. The last
Would you defer the one with the drama?
last few movies, I've been tough guys.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a tough, but the humor kind of lightens me up.
Okay.
You know? But last summer, I told you, I worked. The best part about my life when I look back, not that I'm going to be dead before this shows, I hope not.
No.
the best part is the people I've seen and met and worked with. So last summer, I worked with Denzel Washington.
Wow.
Right? I got 6 days on the movie. And
The Equalizer, right? The one
it's called The Equalizer. It's coming out in September.
Okay.
And they said to me, I was so, you know what I mean? It's like, it's very intimidating, but you got to play. It's like playing one-on-one with Michael Jordan. You still got to play the game. And I had scenes, I had to like, whatever.
I know.
So then they said, listen, you got to shave the beard. Now,
They told you?
Yeah, I hadn't seen my face in like 25 years. And I'm really ugly. I'm like, from what I remember on my face, I was the ugliest MFer I've ever seen in my life, right? So I said, I can't do that. Then they told me how much money I was going to make. I said, would you like me to shave my too? You know what I mean? So anyway, I was able to, this was late night shooting, okay? We were shooting from like 5 in the afternoon till like 5 in the morning, right? So I spent a lot of time, it was just me and him. I was the diner guy. He plays this killer. So he's very sort of intimidating. He's running the movie. He's playing a killer. It's like the guy who played Lincoln, Daniel Day-Lewis. When he was playing the part, you don't talk to him as Daniel Day-Lewis. You called him Mr. Lincoln, because these guys immerse themselves, these really serious actors. But one night, I really broke through, and I said to him, I just want to thank you for that movie you did, Flight, because I myself, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I've been sober 22 years. Wow. And I just thanked him for it, and he hugged me, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. Then we talked. Then we talked about some of his other movies, Hurricane, we were talking about boxing, and it was really neat to meet him. And then at the end of the summer, I was in the Travolta movie, which they shot here. My scene was with Christopher Plummer, was like another great actor. So that was a fantastic experience, those two things, last summer. And then I went back to stand-up. And then, of course, it all built up to the Krishna, what is it? International Magazine Show. This is because, see, people think it's just BNN. But it's actually international. There's some guy in India saying, oh, look, there's Krishna. Krishna. He's got the International Magazine Show. It's great, Krishna. Very good.
Thank you. So you think that in Boston you can be able to fulfill your career?
No.
Always better to travel to LA,
no, you know
New
what?
York.
Let me tell you something if you want to know the truth. I lived in LA for 8 years. I lived in New York. I myself, I decided my priority in my life was to be part of a community. I grew up here, so as far as career, I had to sacrifice to be here. But I have a life that fits me and that I like, so, you know,
but you think
it's a trade-off.
You know that in 2009,
but for somebody like you, who's an international star with the, what is it? What's the name of it?
Krishna International Magazine
Right,
Show.
the magazine, if this thing goes, you know, to everywhere. Yeah, you should definitely go to New York or LA or whatever. But this is a good start for you.
But right now in the Massachusetts incentive artist, the tax.
Oh, good.
So you think that after they come to Boston right now with the incentivization, you think it's gonna bring more local?
There'll be more
help more local business,
right?
More local artists.
Yes.
So right now it's like Denzel. He came to Boston to do that movie.
Yes, I know.
Because like Sandra Bullock did here, I actually did the extra with
Say
her.
Sandra Bullock again.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
And Melissa McCarthy, yeah.
And I did the extra who did you just say?
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy and Andrew Bullock.
I did an extra with them, the hits.
Melissa McCarthy and Andrew Bullock. You sound like David Ortiz. That's right. I did a movie with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy. I'm trying to get your accent. It's kind of strange.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
How you feel that your humor helped you on your career?
Well, it opened doors. You know, stand-up's great. You know, it keeps you. It's hard. It's a very hard job. You know, you get up there for an hour. You got to entertain people. But it's an acting job. But the partner in the scene is the audience. You know, so I actually love it. But it's not a life I would recommend for everyone. I really wouldn't. I mean, a lot of time on the road and everything, but it can be so rewarding. Like some of the things that I do that are very personally rewarding, I do a show for the Shelter for Homeless Vets. I've been there for the last 18 years. USO, you know, something you can do for other people. It's just another way to serve, just like all of these folks here, the best camera people.
That's why you become the king of Boston comedy.
That's right. Let me tell you something. But all over the world, they admire the cinematography, the camera people, and the direction of what's the name of this show? The Krishna International Magazine Show. Right. This is it, baby. Hey, you know who I'm going to get to do this show? Jack Nicholson. You like Jack?
Please, no, bring Denzel. You cannot help me bring no one of those guys to help me on my show.
Just Jack. That's all I
Just
do.
Jack.
He's really a thrill to be here on the Krishna International Show. So I told you when we did this, all you got to do is ask me a question, and I'll just babble. Are we done?
No, of course not.
All right, okay.
Of course not. So I have tons of questions here. So we just have 1 minute. I'm gonna after this break, we're gonna talk more.
Why do you take a break? You have commercials on this station?
I have a few good things about you that I want to share with my viewers.
Right. Okay,
of course,
cool.
you have a list of things. Guys, thank you for assisting Krishna International Magazine Show.
Yes.
This is the king of Boston comedy.
The king, yeah.
The king of Boston comedy, Steve Sweeney.
Right.
We just want to take a small break to watch a small video.
break. You see the way she did that?
Okay, thank you.
Small, tiny little break.
Please welcome Steve Sweeney.
Here he is, Steve Sweeney!
It's a real pleasure to bring out this next guy. We used to be roommates years ago. We've seen him on the David Letterman Show and his own HBO special. Please welcome the very funny Mr. Stephen Sweeney, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, the funny thing is when you go to Ireland, after 2 beers, you can't understand one word anybody's saying. Yeah, the son of a bitch, I say the son of a bitch, I says, come on, put him up, you're out kicking, kicking the luggage on you, son of a bitch. I says, not exactly what I'm talking about. And you know, you go over there and the guy says, oh, you're from Boston. Do you know that guy named Kelly? Yeah, can you tell me a little bit more about him? Yes. He owns a bar and his cousin's a fireman. What time's your flight? What time's your flight?
9:35.
You're not gonna make it.
I'm sorry?
The tunnel's jammed.
Oh, I have to make it.
The tunnel is clogged.
All right, listen, take me to Bowdoin Station, the Blue Line.
You're the boss. Everybody is in such a rush. Rush, rush, rush. Get to a certain age, you rush, you rush, you rush. Where are you? Nowhere. Like now, for instance, between point A and point B. I'll tell you, even the planet is rushing. You know, the Earth is traveling at 78,000 miles an hour. Geez, it doesn't feel it, does it?
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Mellon. It was an honest mistake. Let's just call it a bad day.
Yeah, but a great view. You're all right, officer. Hey, a little something for the kids. Okay, take that. It's okay, huh?
I don't have any kids.
No, because we're here. Get yourself some kids. We're here. Take it all right? And just remember, the best thing about kids is making them.
I do. Who's that?
I want my rent money, Jimmy. You're taking advantage of me.
It's Nick, the landlord.
What's he doing?
Well, he's coming in. He's got a key. He's the landlord.
Hey! $300. Cough it up.
All right, just pay the man. Get him out of here.
I don't have it.
Cough it up.
Nick, I'll tell you what. Look, I just installed a Whirlpool spa. I'll be installing it next week, and Friday I'll have...
Well, just write the man a check.
It'll bounce.
Write it anyway.
Jimmy?
Mikey, there's a $20 penalty for writing bounce
Jimmy.
checks.
Okay. And all right. I'm gonna pay Nick, the landlord.
You don't deserve a friend like this.
You got that straight.
Hey, guys, thanks for the hospitality, but I really gotta go.
Hey.
Hey, this is Mary Ellen McCarthy. I was born and raised
right in the shadow of this library here, the JFK library. I was in there, and there's an invitation for a party. It's called Serious Fun. It's a political party.
Let me tell you something. You don't know anything about serious fun. Serious fun is whipping beer cans at Seagulls on Castle Island.
In this party, there's going to be politicians and media people. Now, what we used to call those kind of gatherings was a sentence hearing.
Politicians and the media. The only good politician was Joe freaking Moakley.
Governor Patrick is going to be there, and I can't wait to meet him. It's so nice to have an Irish governor. And why don't they use his last name? To me, that's disrespectful.
You got my cousin a job, Larry Fitzgerald.
What about Sargent? Governor Sargent?
No, he's not coming.
John Volpe will put the olive oil in his hair.
He started with the water and sewer. Later, he worked for the parks.
Media's going to be there, right? The Herald? I love the Herald, especially the horoscopes. I'm a Cancer.
He was park department, water and sewer, then he ended up in the tea.
You come there, wear a suit and a tie, and look wonderful. I'm very excited.
Thank you for watching Krishna International Magazine Show. Today is the power of laughter and humor.
Yeah.
That's why we have here Steve Sweeney, the king of Boston comedy.
Can you say my name again?
Steve Sweeney.
Oh,
I got it. I trained that one a lot till I got it.
You want to know
because I was about to say Sweeney.
You want to know how to say everything you just said in Bostonian? All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Today's the power of humor in Boston. We get some corn. All right.
So I know that you are relating a lot of things. You want to talk a little bit about your community audition that you do?
Community auditions? Mm-hmm. Well, that's a local TV show. It's on Channel 5.
Okay.
Which is nothing compared to BNN. Let me tell you that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, who cares about Channel 5? All I care about is...
Yeah.
What is this?
BNN.
BNN. And what's the name of this show?
It's Krishna.
Oh, yeah, the Krishna International. Anyway, community auditions. It's a great show. It's on Channel 5, Sunday mornings, 11:30. And we have local people get up, they sing, they dance, and myself and Joyce Gould-Haywick.
Oh, great.
No, they don't dance. Why did I say that? They sing. And, you know, it's a good exposure for young talent, and it's a nice show.
Yes, and your radio show is about what?
I do a radio show on WATD down in Marshfield, and I do that with Joe Malone, who used to be the state treasurer. And we talk about politics,